Hey everyone, welcome to the Vibe. Today I'll be doing a set review, this time for the draft booster that's coming out this week. The full card list came out last Friday, so if you want to take a look at that, you can check the link in the description below. So today, mainly what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about some of the cards that I think are going to be really impactful in the standard form of gameplay. Although yes, this is a draft booster, but the cards are legal for normal gameplay as well. So starting off, this one is the one that caught my eye first. It came out, so it's a Drexorus LT. Very simple, 3 minus 2 rate 1 of anything. The new diamond, Rainbow Diamond, is the new symbol for a multicolor reduction symbol, which is honestly really nice because this is a draft set. They want all the cards to be able to be played together rather than, you know, oh, this is a red card, mostly red reduction, blah blah blah. So with Drexorus LT here, he is basically a 3 minus 3 with an on summon to destroy an Nexus. Now, why is this important? Because now my Bladra has more things to summon for 0 cost. That's one. The second thing is that they also have been given the new era families, which means now every Scarlet Flame deck has a 3 minus 3 destroy one Nexus, which is great because it's free Nexus destruction, which I wasn't expecting to see on a common of all things. Considering this is a draft set from the era of Topaz lineage, meaning the Topabashin side of things with Trident and all that. Back then the cards weren't meant to be so jacked, but apparently a 3 minus 3 destroy one Nexus is okay. So I think that's really strong. Another card that I also think is also good for my Bladra is the Mysterious Cubic LP. Now Cubic here, when it's destroyed, you can summon a cost 5, 6 or 7 purple spirit card from your trash without paying the cost. So what this does is it enables Bladra to play some funny stuff, I guess. Generically is also fine because it, again, same reductions as the Drexorus. It's a 3 solo 3 minus 3, and the on attack is also pretty decent. Level 2 for 3 core, on attack 1 draw. And if you have a Bow Spirit, you shoot 1 core from opposing spirit to reserve, which is okay, quite decent for a common. And the on destroy effect is also very commonly used. You can even put this in Oboro. Oboro may like this because you can destroy Cubic to spawn your Deathlord from your trash, and then your Deathlord is going to give you count and then going to explode everything else on the table. So actually that's quite a funny thing to consider, but in overall you want full bubble reductions rather than mixed color reductions like this one, so I think it's okay, but it's like the potential is whoa, very nice. The next one I would want to talk about is this dude, Shadow Juggler LT, also a possible Oboro friend, because 2 minus 1 is nice, but we have Vampire Cole to compete against for like the 2 drop slot and Oboro himself, so I don't think this guy makes the cut. If he was 2 minus 2, like this guy, with that on destroy draw, then I think it has a chance. But this Red Cap LT also doesn't beat our 2 cost 2s in the deck, so I guess that is very unfortunate. Shazoo LT here is 3 minus 3, and your opponent exhausts their Spirit Ultimates when he's destroyed. So I think this one is interesting because it stops your opponents from playing with Ultimates or Spirits if they don't have that many, and Oboro can like nuke half their table, so that's think about. Let's see. I remember green has like at least one. Oh yes. Green has Mahaji. Oh, Mahaji LT is gonna break Gataru healing to the next level because it's 1 minus nothing. Normally, but if your life is 3 or less, it gets a rainbow reduction symbol. And it has high speed. So what that means is your Gataru can free cost jump this out, or any deck can free cost jump this out, but mostly prevalent in Gataru because Gataru needs high speeds that are cheap so that he can spend his count reach for his final forms, like the RCA, the Sinister Gataru, and the other one, which is the original Elder Gataru. There was even a combo video that I saw on the internet about how you could, in one turn, reach Sinister Gataru and then your opponent insta-cries. And this Mahaji LT is gonna really shake some changes in the meta, especially being a high-speed blocker. Like back then, there was one point in time that Mahaji was also used everywhere just as a flash, drop, block, and die, or flash, drop, take one life, or now I have reduction to play everything. So that is something to take note of. Okay, Hercules Geo is a vanilla spirit with 3/3 rainbow. Now, why do I look at this and think investigators, right? Because of the rainbow reduction symbols, Hercules Geo LT basically turns itself into a 1 draw, 1 core, and 1 core boost in the investigator loop deck, which likes 3 costed stuff with rainbow reductions, because that means it's free. This is free core and free draw, for 0 cost, and it doesn't even have any text on it. So surprising for me to even talk about the card because it has no other skill effects other than being 3/3 rainbow. One that's also very nice. The artifact Embla. This is the other version of the Arm Machine XL that we used to have in BS43. It can refresh a Arm Machine spirit. This is especially good in the Arm Machine gacha deck, but it's not good because it doesn't have the family of Astral Blazer and Ultimate type. So the worst thing to open with your Grace Orders and other things that open and summon, but if it goes to your hand like through Siegfried and Orders, it's so good to have a 2/2 that can have a 3/2 to refresh your Grace Order. So I think that's quite strong in of itself. Another item, this. Now, this is not bad. It's slightly weaker than her Revival. However, you can put both in the same deck, so it doesn't matter because of the LT. Now, when your spirit is being blocked, the opposing spirit that is battling will be exhausted, and you add 2 cost to this spirit. 自分のスピリットがブロックされバトルしていない。Oh, sorry. You exhaust a non-battling opposing spirit. You can, and then you add 2 costs from Void to the spirit. But actually, that's not so bad. You basically stop 1 more blocker. You get some resources to use your Warden, ever. And on destroy, you can refresh 1 spirit. So it's also not bad. It's good with Thor that we have in Wiz. So it's not too terrible. Now everybody can have this, and also she looks pretty. We all love pretty cards. Next is the Evil Deity, Big Loki. He is a 6/6 rainbow Arm Machine with 2 symbols. Insta include into the Arm Machine gacha deck because it's so easy to bring this out, and if you gacha this out of the deck, you don't feel bad because it's just another body with 2 symbols to slap you. You can't defensively spit this out though, but it doesn't matter, you just won. 6/6. What were they thinking? Okay, this one got me real hype because this will make format like legit almost close to best deck level and done. So when this thing dropped on Twitter, everyone went berserk. What he does is your spirit cards is being summoned, your reduction symbols basically so basically you change one of the reduction symbols to rainbow. I'm not sure whether it adds a rainbow. I need to go and check. Because this will be really huge in terms of like difference between absolutely busted and staged. So let me just do a quick look at Pentan here. Pentan. Pentan LP. Okay, so Pentan LP, when summoning a spirit card, you can treat one of the reduction symbol as oh, okay. It's not as broken as I thought. That it adds one extra rainbow reduction. Thank god it isn't the case, because this thing will really break format, because format has a lot of stuff that is like x minus x that somehow equals to 1. So that means if this adds one rainbow reduction, it's basically zero cost. Boom, 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 everything comes out. So it's really insane. Now, so far, I still think it's nice to convert one of the symbols to rainbow. Makes things in format a lot easier to run, I guess, because format occasionally does run bloodshed. So having one white reduction can help you to ease the process of, you know, getting your x minus x equals 1. So I think it's still fine. The Chihuahua. Oh, Chihuahua is not bad, because when your stuff is destroyed, you can return the thing that died to your hand, and then when the families are being destroyed, you can return it to the hand. So, or at least one of them lah. So it's not bad for drifting spirits and points. I guess it's like mostly for the drifting spirits. And drifting spirits, there are a lot of them in yellow, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, most of them is the Hanumalin line. Monkey line. Yeah, so I think that's also not too bad. Oh, this Seraphi is also really nice, because 8 minus 5, I spit out Sophia spit out her, and I can do it a few more times until I am satisfied. And she also draws 2 in the process, and she can summon from hand or open zone, so it's not bad for 8 minus 5, and 2 of it being rainbow. So I think this card can be put in Angels, or rather the yellow Kigen Angel build, the one with Sophia inside. I don't know whether it's Sophia or the other one, the Tensei Angel from BSC42 or something that came out together with Yagaru. I need to figure it out. But next is Stone Statue. I have been waiting for a stone statue ever since I wanted to make the macro look back, and here it is. Being reprinted as a LT means I can have 1 more copy, or rather 3 more copies of Stone Statue, because there's the original Stone Statue and then there's LT. They're considered different names because of the LT being limited. So on summon, you destroy your opponent's top deck. So in the macro loop is basically you just go yeah, this and macro loop equals game, basically. So having that reprint is very nice. And the blue cards, actually, not a lot of them are very good, except maybe this guy too. So Randolph LT has Crush, Funsai. Your opponent's deck is being discarded equal to the levels this guy has, and when your Funsai spirits, for each card you mill with your Crush or Destruction Funsai, you send one cost from opposing spirit to reserve. So this is very unique, because usually blue cards don't send cost to reserve from the board. So being able to mill 2 core on average, it's not bad. It's not too bad, because in the limited format, and even now, moving cores of your opponent's stuff in blue is rare. And this is 6 minus 2 blue 2 green. Like, oh, very nice. However, this is the one that I'm really excited for Godfrey LT. Godfrey lets you spit out all your nexuses from your hand in trash, as many as you like. When your opponent destroys your spirit or nexus, and by the way, it depletes also. So if your nexuses and spirits are being depleted or destroyed, you can spit out everything from your hand or trash. So this is great for like the Abyss list that want their nexuses on the board. It's also, funnily enough, very good for Flower Contract, because Flower Contract has a thick back row that they need in order to stall the game a lot longer than they are supposed to. It's also good for the Castle Golem list. We will talk about another Castle Golem later. And yeah, Godfrey is really god tier, as long as this doesn't get spritzed, which nowadays not very common, especially if you're gonna like suicide your way into this. Cost 2 target attack. Draw 3, discard 2, spit out everything. I'm quite excited for Godfrey. The Tattoo of Duo. This is also a very fun card because the SD for Topa is coming, which is very based around Kakse, which is the Awaken mechanic, which is moving cores from your spirits to other spirits, or rather moving cores from your spirits to the spirits with Awaken. So it's like it's sort of like fist bump you bro, and then like level up, that kind of thing. The level 1 effect is that during your opponent's start step, you can refresh 1 Scarlet Flame spirit and 1 spirit with the Awaken effect. Now this includes Secret XV because that has Awaken, every other card that has Awaken in its text. And the new SD with Topa has the new version of Awaken, which is the Topa Awaken. Which means you basically get 2 free restands on your opponent's turn, 2 free blockers, which is not bad. However, I'm more excited about the level 2, because all your classic spirits, or when your 4k or higher BP attacks, you draw a card. You can draw a card. So it's like, bro, free draw source? Just by turning sideways? Bro, 4k is so easy to achieve, and your Awaken Spirit can bump themselves to over 4k. Their Awaken has a way to make them higher level, so you really can transfer left and right. But they had to split it up and say spirits with Kakse or 4k and below. So it's like, wait, so that just means either condition is fine, right? And like, that's so strong. Although it can't stack, doesn't matter. You don't want to stack this anyway, because if you draw too many, you're just going to deck yourself out. And with Rave coming in BS65 and a lot of the ulti triggers stuff coming in also, you will unconsciously put yourself in your grave if you draw 2 cards. But having free card draw is always nice, and it's 3 minus 1 rate and 1 of any other color. So I love these rainbow reductions. They should make more of this, please. Like, please. Oh, okay. Now, Blessed Sanctuary LT. We have the original Blessed Sanctuary and we have Blessed Sanctuary LT. They both do almost literally the exact same thing, if I am not mistaken. The point we want to put across here is that when your yellow spirit is being destroyed, you can add 1 cost of void in your reserve or your life or something like that. And when they are destroyed, for each one destroyed, you draw a card. Now, I can't entirely remember what the older one did. Let me do like a quick check on the card here, because if I'm not mistaken, there was recently this build that I saw on the internet where you use Oboro, right? It's a yellow Immortality Oboro control list. So what you want to do is you play a lot of the Tsukuyomi stuff. Yes, you play the Henjo. I don't know whether it's called Henjo, but it's the 4-cost guy with Undying, and he's 4 minus 2 yellow 1 purple or something like that. And you basically use Oboro's self-destruction effects to like get so much value and to be so far ahead of your opponent that they just don't know how to. They just can't kill you because you have so much core, so much hand, and so much life. So this is having now your fifth, your 4th to 6th copies of this forbidden card. Insane. So they are both the same. The only difference is that this Blessed Blessed Sanctuary LT is in has 1 rainbow reduction rather than 2 yellow reduction. So it is insane now that you can have possibly 6 copies of this. So every time your yellow spirit dies, you draw 6, gain 6 core from Void to your reserve, which is absolutely busted because I saw the normal Blessed Sanctuary just like at 1 piece doing so much work, and now I can't imagine seeing more than like 4 to 5. This card is gonna be so spicy for all the Oboro control players out there that want to make the deck work. I personally have Oboro myself and I want to try this too. But I'm very addicted to the normal Oboro list, so maybe for now, not yet. Now, Hand Reverse LT. This is the one thing that I really was afraid of, because this card can top deck and fix your hand problems now. Because the main effect is you discard your whole hand. It doesn't say minimum 1. Normally, cards like Tempo Nanabushi and all the other stuff say you have to discard at least 1 card, no matter what it is, depending on context or whatever spell or brave it is, and you draw equals to your opponent's current hand size. Now the thing is, this doesn't have that minimum 1, so this could be a top deck. Play this for 5 minus 2 green and 1 rainbow. Draw to your opponent's hand size and possibly win the game. This card is like a brain dead 3-off in all your Jade Thunder lists that, you know, want to, or any green deck actually, it doesn't need to be Jade Thunder, any green deck wants this, because it's a top deck. You can spit your entire hand, then use this last turn to fix your hand. So this is really good. It's 5 minus 3, so it's 2, and like green has a lot of core anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The point is it can be used as a top deck, which is nasty, very nasty, very strong. Silent Wall. This was the classic back in TOPXIC era. This card in hand is unaffected. Important, very important, because being unaffected in hand gets around a lot of things. And the flash effect is after this battle and the attack step. Standard Silent Wall text, right? Now the kicker here is it also has another part of skill, or during this battle your life cannot be reduced. After that, this card is banished from the game. Now, you have a 4 minus 3, a 4 minus 3 magic. Oh my god. Do you have any idea how long I have been waiting to cast something like this? For finally not maximum cost, like how I play Diamond War in my red decks. Although yes, if I wanted to use the end attack step, but it's not going to work against some lists. But during this battle my life doesn't reduce, and it's unaffected in my hand, means I can save myself from like those hand discards and stuff like that. This is wonderful card. Very strong. Possibly a new addition of defense spells to the arsenal, I guess, depending on how you look at it. I think this card is okay. I don't know what other people think yet, because I don't know how much people have commented about Silent Wall, but I really like Silent Wall. What's the next one? Oh, 3 cards. 3 cards is also good in format because you have a lot of stuff that are similar costed. So it's basically pay 2, draw 3, and you still have your 3 in your open zone. So I think this is also a very nice card for format. Mostly for format. I don't know about Daniel though. Palm can use this, so I think that's okay. So that's also nice to know. Then, okay, I don't think there's much else for now, but we want to go through the X-Ray. I am so excited for all the X-Rays, because each of them have their like pros and cons. Have a lot of like upsides. So first is the Deslot and Tyrannos hybrid, which is Twin Rowdy Dragon General Diran mod. He is 6 minus 2 red, 2 purple, and 1 rainbow. So he's basically one cost in colorblind decks. Because just nice, we run Red World, we run Purple World, and we have Badger Dolores. And we also have Alex. So this is essentially a 6 minus 5 for us. On attack or destroy, this spirit is treated as colorless. Additionally, destroy an opposing spirit ultimate with VP lower than him. Or well, you may destroy an opposing spirit or ultimate with VP lower than him. Now this targets ultimates and it goes colorless. That is good. Because I don't like Java very much, so please, anything that says destroy ultimate, I am very happy. Goes colorless mean I can destroy Strike 1. Unless Strike 1 becomes too big, then I can't nuke it anymore. Sure. Because my average BP is gonna be what, 8k, and 8k is really small. However, I can pierce through gain margins, depending on which deck we are talking about here. 17k also doesn't really hit much. However, during your attack this spirits get plus 10k PP. Bro, so you're telling me I nuke 18k instead? Yes. 18k colors hits quite a lot of targets. It hits a slug with a gain margin. It hits a midnight sun. Most things with a midnight sun, I guess. You don't hit stuff that hit OC very often, that is weird. But you do hit importantly. But when you get to level 3, you nuke 27k, so I think that is quite validated. And your opponent cannot end the attack step with effects. Additionally, once button, when your effect depletes or destroy an opposing spirit ultimate or nexus, during this turn, your Scarlet Flame and Blood Crystal cost 6 and above spirits in one purple symbol. So you're telling me if I turn this sideways, get plus 10k, nuke something, I get one extra symbol and my opponent cannot end the attack step? And if I can withstand, does that mean I usually have lethal? Yes. I think Tyrannod is gonna be relatively scary, but I am not entirely too sure what deck wants this yet. I need to go and look up Camus actually, now that I think about it, because Camus is a on attack effect. He copies an on attack effect, but I don't know whether it's purple only. Because if Camus can copy this, means it's colorless destruction, which is quite insane. Quite insane. So yeah, your counters plus 2 if you put a cost 7 let's blast Crystal Family card from your hand to open zone and activate one of the web attacks effect. Oh wow, okay, so yeah, Camus can use this. Although it doesn't add count, whatever. It gives you plus 2 count on attack anyway. You can use this when... Wow! Okay, if you're on like the Pandemium and you want to discard your opponent's hand, sure, you wouldn't put this. But going colorless during the attack to make everything else colorless, this is good. This is a really strong card. I think, and it's Blood Crystal. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I'm calling it here. Camus would love this to deal with all the wizards that we're gonna experience when the whale comes in. And who knows? Yeah. I just realized it can be used with Camus. Oh my god, that's insane. Oh, that's so strong. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, so Pandemori is the Pandemium and Mori. It's like a giant beast. Hybrid. So this is an advent. Purple or white cost 5 or higher during either player's attack step. On summon / advent, you can send 2 costs from opposing field to reserve. After that, you may send 1 opposing spirit to bottom deck. After that, if your trash is 5 cards or more, you draw 3. You can draw 3. Now, for decks that like this, so far we saw one video from SCG with the Ice Princess list, because Ice Princess self-mills already. So basically, having this is equals free draw. Free 3 draw in a deck that doesn't usually draw and it filters. Insane. The level 2/3 is also nice because your Blood Crystal and Silver Zero cost 8 and above spirits have the ultra heavy armor. For purple, green, and yellow, meaning your opponent's spirits, ultimates, braves, nexus, and magics cannot touch your Blood Crystals and Silver Zeros that are cost 8 and higher. if the stuff being used to affect them is purple, green, or yellow. Sounds very Javad colors, except the yellow. The yellow feels like a Zeta color. But so far we saw one yellow and rare for Zeta. I still think this guy is good. The best part is that he doesn't need to be during Advent to activate any of these. And the condition screams Grandstein. And we all know I love Grandstein. So guess where this is going into? Yep, my colorblind list indeed. Now, Kaiser Fried is also one that I have been wanting for a very long time in the red deck. Because when Zweizerva gave me Core Boost, I was very happy. Now you're telling me Kaiser Fried can do the same thing? Or somewhat similar. And faster? Because Zwei needs a Advent. Or rather, Zweizerva needs a pre-Advent card. This guy just needs to turn sideways and gains 2 core. Then after that, I target attack and opposing spirit outfit, which is not bad. He's quite fat. Right? 14k doesn't win a lot of things, but it wins enough things. The level 3 is what turns on a lot of things, because at level 3 he's 21k, so he's most likely winning. At the end of a block battle, you draw 2, shoot 2. Gain 2 core. End of battle, draw 2, shoot 2. I clear 1 body. That's a +4. As early as like second turn. If I open like Worm Shooters, Shin Ultramans if I ever run them, I can put this in the Judgment deck. Yeah, I can put this in the Judgment deck. Gataru Judgment or Karat's Judgment. To be fair, any other Judgment deck that runs Judgment can also play this guy, because basically Judgment is a free target. Because all it needs is red, green, and cost 6 and higher. So this is very nice, very simple. It's a very simple card. Very dark breed. And the adding core is very much Kaiser's. So very happy with this card. Okay, so this is the one everyone is more hyped about, because Thor Castle basically screams 1 turn kill. What I mean is that 1 turn mill. So we saw a video again from FCG. I've been so slow on my uploads lately that you can use Orbit Voucher to bring back all your Nexuses from trash, so that Thor Castle sees the large amount of Nexuses and burns your opponent's deck while you add core, and then you send him to the bottom deck like a Chad, so you don't touch your opponent's HP. By the way, the bouncing of Spirit or Ultimate, then after that refresh this Spirit, you can bounce your own stuff as well, or you can bounce your opponent's stuff. So normally, if your opponent doesn't have anything, you bounce yourself, it's also fine, because you already milled the guy for like a lot. On attack, for each symbol on both players' field, you mill 1 card from your opposing deck. If you done so, add 1 card from the void to the spirit. Very good! Now, this applies for both players, so basically all you have to do is just try your best to put as many double symbol Nexuses on the table as possible to Godfrey. We now have Godfrey. 4-bit voucher, and we get enough the Buddha temples and the champion flags to gain enough core to spawn Thor Castle. 7 minus 3 means pay 4. You put out 6 of the total Nexuses that give you core when they come out. Is basically, you basically paid the cost for him already, so it's fine. And then his other skill is, for every 3 Nexus, this spirit gains 1 blue symbol. So the funny thing that I would say is that you can use the level 3 because you have a lot of Nexuses. You will gain a lot of blue symbols. Then after that, you check the level 1 skill to mill your opponent's deck. So this is a very nice finisher for the mill deck style, as in like really dedicated to Castle Golem. But now it's Thor Castle, so very nice. But I'm very excited to see what the mill players are going to do with this. I think they're good, they're creaming right now. So Vaculis, bad for Gataru because he's hybrid yellow. Rare. But the Excel effect can affect ultimates. So your opponent, so opponent chooses 2 of their spirit ultimates, and they can exhaust them. After this effect resolves, no, sorry, your opponent chooses 2 opposing spirit ultimates and exhausts them. But Saseru will not. It's not Hero Seru, it's Saseru. Saseru means it's a mask. My grammar. Then after this effect resolves, you put this card in the open zone, and then there's the violent, or is it flashing god swing or some shit like that. After that, if it's during the attack step and all the cost you pay for this Exo is from your reserve, you can summon it without paying the cost. And the on-summon effect is refreshing 1 spirit. Additionally, add a Golden Cloud or a Jade Thunder family magic card to your hand. So what I'm thinking is, if I am playing Palm and I am using Mikafa XV, I want Miraculous in the deck because I want to restand it. Mikafa, and then I'm burned for more damage while I restand. And get back the magic card I just used, if the card somehow goes to trash, or if I wanted to use the magic card that I dropped to trash a while back and I want it back in my hand so I can use it with Mikafa again. And then I burn more life to reserve. So like a lot of the new cards in this set is like beefing up the BS65 stuff, which I'm very, very, very happy about. Because this means that the cards are mainline relevant as well, rather than just being relevant in the draft format that this set is meant to be. Now the last card here is Rindolph. This card is very, very nice. Okay, first, it's a cost 9 for Megamon screaming in the corner. Okay, this card is unaffected by opposing effects. Okay, means I can open it normally under the old cannot open burst wording. That's good. Because nowadays everyone's doing that to stop Badger Dolores and the other stuff, because they all say can't be discarded, but they can't say that they can't be killed. 2 burst conditions. When your opponent depletes or destroys your Spirit or Nexus, or when your life decreases. Mind you, your life decreasing can be self-propped also, and suiciding your stuff is also a valid option. Or when your opponent wants to clear your board because you posed lethal, you open this, you summon it. After that, you draw 2 cards and discard 1 card. After that, if your trash has a multicolor, has a multicolor card with at least 2 cards or higher, you add 1 cost of void to your life. Now, fun fact, since you summon this first, Shaq's effect will proc and make it a draw 2, if I'm not mistaken. So basically now, you need something to die and your shark is still alive, then this will be a draw 2. Don't discard. If your Spritzer is in trash, gain 1 life. So I think that if that isn't good, I don't know what is. It's also a sun. Sure way. So that's very nice. It's also good in my colorblind list. Because draw 2, drop 1, gain 1 life. Literally, I will have a multicolor card in trash to discard. I can just throw 1 Grand Stein. Boom. Free life. The level 2 tree is not very significant because your opponent cards in hand get +6 cost for each different color card in their trash. This effect -1. The additional cost is -1. So your opponent has 6 different colors for some reason, then this skill does nothing. But most of the time you are a monocolored deck. Except Jafar. Jafar's more colored. But yes, you can make this into a finisher. However, I'm really, really loving it for the draw on this card and the cost 9 body. So yeah, that is, I think, the end of the draft set. Yep, that's all the cards in the draft set that I'm going to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed me like swooning over really, really good cards. For a 96 card draft set, this set gives me a lot of joy, especially with the X-Rays. The X-Rays are really, really well thought of. They are hybrids of the older spirits that didn't get to fuse back then. So I'm very happy to see that they have really put some thought into the design of these cards. Like, bro, Death Lord looks so good. It's like Death Lord decided to find Tyrannos. And Thor Castle looks not bad as well. Vacuolus looks sweet, honey. And Pandemori looks nice also. Rindolph, I turned Rindolph into a meme by accident, so oh well. So if you guys enjoyed this set review, if you guys like what you see, do hit that like and subscribe, do ring that bell as well so you can get the latest notification whenever I post videos again. And yeah, if you want to check out my Discord server and all the other fun stuff, then always check it out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you again in the next one. Ciao!